Why are we acting like Rui Hachimura is going to take the Lakers to the championship? This guy has gotten worse every year. My goodness, talk about a bust. The fact that we got fleeced like that in another trade with the Lakers after what we saw with Thomas Bryant happen blows my mind. Does our GM have dementia? I don't know what's going on. Let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving. The squad rides are 35-21, and tomorrow they're going to be 36-21. College of Charleston, they win big. Book that shit. They're fucking winning huge.
I've talked about it a million times. Baylor's guards can't guard a parked car. I just think this Baylor defense is going to get absolutely shredded.
What? You have 10 U's on the Sens, bro?
Ready? Here we go.
Oh, my God.
There it is.
There you go.
Plus 115. Boom. You know why? Because I trust the squad ride and that shit prints. What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, BTL episode 167 piece. Jovan, those Baylor guards couldn't guard a parked car last night either.
No.
How about
no,
it?
Tough matchup one though, but
Yeah.
good game. Great game.
Some great games last night. Some pretty good outcomes,
Shout out
I would
Texas
say.
Tech. Wow.
Sure. Should
Shout
I
out the
pull up the
guys, yeah.
receipts?
Yeah, pull up the receipts.
Should I
That's my
pull up the
favorite part.
receipts of everybody acting like college basketball games are only 20 minutes? Do we have the patience of a walnuts and not understand that the game is two halves?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Chelly, I hope you tailed, brother. Hope you tailed. How about the Jen not rating the boys? Wow.
Soft.
That's personal.
Soft.
That's personal. Nah, that's okay. My goodness, we had an absolute field day yesterday, an absolute clinic on the college basketball hardwood. Absolute clinic. You know what? Not just college basketball, NBA too. Twist
Yeah,
my
let
arm.
the beam.
The
Let the
Kings.
beam.
We lit the goddamn beam last night. Yep. We lit the shit out of it. It was dope. What a game. I mean, that game was awesome too. I don't know what the heck Harrison Barnes was doing early on, but he figured it out. And he got it done. All right. Texas Tech got it done too. 25K D-back spring training first game. Relax. Okay? Come on. I will always have a soft spot in my heart for this team. I don't know why, because I got in such a big of a hole betting them 2 years ago that I had to throw a 50K bet just to get out of it, okay? And we're here now. And now we love the D-backs, all right? They respect coin. They do. Yes, Texas Tech and the Kings, never in doubt. Sure. Harrison Barnes got the call from FanDuel. Did everyone have Harrison Barnes yesterday? Is that why everybody was bitching?
It was in the calling our shot guys ladder thing.
Okay.
And it was like a super juiced. I don't know the exact number, but I'm sure somebody knows. Super juiced like point total, and that failed.
Okay. Also, side note, I think the D-backs will be pretty damn good this year.
Yeah.
Little side note. I think they might play 500 ball. Also, did you see the Rockies? GM said that maybe the Rockies will be able to play 500 ball this year. He said that on record. What a bozo. Anyways, yesterday was history. Today is today. And my goodness, we got some great games today too. All right? If you bet on Iowa State yesterday, if you faded the public, or if you faded the Sharps and thought you got away with one and celebrated your win at halftime, you are not built for this. All right?
Yeah,
go back to watching us on stream. Okay?
One of the very few
People
bets
forget.
where you're just straight on the opposite side on it just pushes.
People forget +5, sure. Syracuse, I hope you guys had 5.5. I know a lot of people did. Unfortunately, I'm in Virginia and cannot bet on the legal books for Virginia schools, so I only had one line to choose from, and you take what you can get. All right, I'm not buying points. Probably should have, but that's okay. We move. Juwan, we had some great games today. Your Horned Frogs played today. Is this true?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, my Hokies played today as well. I feel pretty damn good about my Hokies today. What are you thinking about that battle? Miami and VT always goes down to the wire.
It does.
Yeah.
And realistically, I don't know if they win this game, but again, like you said, it always goes down to the wire. This feels like a game where maybe it's last possession. VT has the ball in their hands with down 3 and don't make the shot. Like that line, I think, especially with Miami,
that doesn't have to happen.
It doesn't have to happen, but
shit,
kind of the vibe I'm feeling from the game. But I really, just like Lance is saying, I really wish Miami didn't just come off a massive collapse against Pitt. And it's not just that, but I mean, the team always gets disrespected online. Some they beat, some they don't. So I would really love if that wasn't the case, but the line still feels a little short at home.
Mm-hmm. Lines have been short all year for Miami.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. They get no respect. But look, the way our offenses looked the last two games, we're back. Basili, he's being aggressive. He's getting to the rack, right? He's hitting some threes. He's pulling the center out. He's doing a little bit of everything. Justin Mutz, he's been more of a passer because he's been inconsistent offensively, to say the least. So he's been more of a passer, which we've kind of needed. But now that Couture's back, Padula has been doing his thing all year. He's a freaking beast. And he's still so young. I mean, my goodness. This Hokies team, I mean, they have a very, very high ceiling, in my opinion. And look, you could say that they're, down and out. You could say they started 2-7. That's not, a recipe for success. Well, we won the ACC last year, starting 2-7. So we could do the same thing again. I don't see why we couldn't. We have the same amount of talent, if not more, debatably. Now that we have Basile in, and this Collins kid has been a stud too. I expect him to make an impact. I expect Maddox to be sitting his ass on the bench the entire game pretty much, and I expect Collins to be grubbing and playing some good basketball. So I'm stoked for this game tonight. Look, I think we win outright. I'm taking the points, all right? Taking the points. These games always go down to the wire. If you look at the last 5 years, these matchups have been differentiated by a total of like 17 points in 5 years total. So that's like 3.5 points, all right? That's nuts, and that's what we're going to get today too. Take the points, all right, but we might not need them. I think the Hokies win this game outright, all right? We got a sub-bang. Who did it? Show yourself. Show yourself.
Sub-bang and then seeing the hit away and sub up LeBron from Nightbot is crazy.
W Nightbot sub-bang, sure. Put some respect on Nightbot, all right? I'm stoked for this game tonight, man. I think we get a win on the road here. I don't think anybody can get in the way of us. We have good success against Larinaga's defense. I mean, what defense? I don't play defense. And we're red hot and healthy. So I think the Hokies win this game. Basketball brain says it too. Emotional crab brain, crab heart also on us too. So I needed to hear it from you as well. I'm happy that you're on the Hokies, or at least leaning in today.
I like the total moving down for sure. That
yeah,
certainly plays into the hands of the Hokies. I don't think they want to go 85-80 with Miami.
No, I mean, VT would correlate with the under here, I would say. So that is a good sign for sure. I do think we'll put up points. I don't think that'll be an issue, but an absolute shootout would not be preferable, I would say.
Yeah.
What about your TCU Horned Frogs, brother? They opened up a favor without two of their better players.
Yeah, but I'm starting to think, because it's starting to come back really, really hard. I think it's sitting 1.5 now. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking that Eddie Lampkin being out was not initially part of that 3.5 opener. That's what it's starting to seem like. So I'm a little scared. I definitely wouldn't go with anything Frogs today. So.
Yeah, the pullback's bad. But
yeah.
I thought we all kind of expected Lampkin not to be back. I mean, he hasn't played in, a while.
He was supposed to, he was targeting this game to come back. So I think I might have known a little bit more than Vegas in that instance a little bit. But
okay.
It's not looking like he's going to play.
Okay. That line pulling back is bad. I mean, maybe Stevenson stays hot. I don't know.
No, I'm taking his under points. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. Personally, I think this TCU team without Mike Miles is a completely different ball club.
Garbage.
Similar to the Hokies without Couture.
Yeah.
Let's see if you guys can pull it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
If you can do it.
We'll see.
What are you expecting? You think you guys cover or no?
I mean, I'm not going to the game expecting to win the game. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Any giveaways today?
No giveaways. Just white out. We got no classes because it's snow / ice, and we probably won't tomorrow. So, place is going to be absolutely rocking. But it's a really tough matchup for them with no Mike, no Eddie. If they can get Bell props up for West Virginia at some point, I'm going to try and make that a priority because Tolu Smith looked like prime Shaq against both of our backup centers, because one of them's a stretch 5. They're so soft in there without Eddie. So they're going to feast. Him and Trey Mitchell are going to just be unguarded in the paint. It's going to suck.
Okay. Alex says he's giving away a sub in chat if anybody wants one. All right. We can hit a parlay.
There you go.
San Diego State dominates Nevada tonight. Hate those Aztecs, but Nevada low-key overrated. I don't know if it's fair to say Nevada's overrated anymore. I think it's fair to say that they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, I will be fading them tonight, at least as of right now. I'm on San Diego State ML. I grabbed them last night. I'm on that. I'm on a lot of plays today that I think are going to hit. But debating on maybe cashing some out, I don't know. I've been trying to roll with 3 plays a day, especially early on in the week, right? But when we're hot and seeing the board well, and there's a lot of plays that personally I don't really think I'm forcing, plays that I think are right in my wheelhouse. I don't really see how I don't play some of these that we're going to get to. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to start at the top of this list? Do you want to start? You want to start with Mississippi State and South Carolina? I don't really have a lean on that.
I mean, I definitely lean South Carolina catching 9.5.
Also, what is that NFL by state tab?
I looked at that. It's literally the splits by state. So like obviously Kansas is going to have a lot of bets on the Chiefs.
Go to Philly. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
Pennsylvania.
right
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
Hilarious.
it's exactly what you'd expect. But it's pretty cool.
Who are the 16% of fuckers who in Philly are not betting on the Eagles?
Yeah.
I feel like if that was public info, those people would get hurt.
Yeah, they would be not making it out of that.
Maybe they shouldn't release that info, right?
Probably not.
Okay.
But that is pretty cool. But for this game, I definitely do lean South Carolina because they're a team who, other than that Kentucky game, I don't think they've won a conference game all year, and they're playing a Mississippi State team who, I'm trying to pull up the exact number because it was insane, but they hit a lot of threes against TCU, which is obviously not their forte, and Tolu Smith looked like the greatest of all time too. So I mean, they shot 24 threes, which is I know it's an overtime game, but that's not Mississippi State basketball. And that whole performance against a very banged up team is not Mississippi State. So I'll be looking to fade them for sure. Especially, I mean, they're coming off not just that game, but a game where they took Bama down to the final possession. So South Carolina is a team that's dead. I will gladly take them plus 9.5 at home.
Why are they public?
It's just a lot of points for Mississippi State who can't score, in theory, I guess. I mean, sitting at a 126.5 total. Which that total is
I mean, I love that they're coming off that TCU win, which looks so much better than it really is with no Mike Miles, really.
Yeah, exactly. No Mike, no Eddie, no Shahada Wells for part of that game, no Rondell Walker, probably best on-ball defender outside of Mike too. So it's a really, after last week, which they won one game and took one of the best teams in the country down to the wire. No way they fall flat going against South Carolina, probably the worst team in the SEC, right?
Yeah. Wild. Shout out for the milk last night. Sure, Alec. Now Jovan has to add Arenado to his MLB goat whale. Why is that?
I mean, I'm not against that.
Clemson won 3 in a row. BC just lost to UVA by 20. Clemson minus 4.5. Sure. Prize Picks, Poppy, you get it, brother. A lot of people in chat get it. A lot of people didn't get it about a year ago. It's been impressive to see people reading the board differently. Hopefully this stream had something to do with it because I think we're making a difference. I really do. All right, Texas A&M and Arkansas. Buzz Williams almost had me choked up the other day in his post-game interview. Man, that guy he's a good-ass dude. I don't care what anyone says about his coaching or him being a little bit of a cornball with the no cursing stuff. I don't really care. He's a good-ass dude who cares about his players, and he's a leader of men. And him and Tyrese Radford can go far. They can beat anybody. They've already shown it. I'm not saying this team deserves to be, back, ranked, but I do think this team is definitely on the right track here. We'll just have to see, how far they can go here. I like the move from 4.5 to 3.5. I don't like what I've seen out of Arkansas pretty much this whole season. Now, injuries could be part of the issue, but look, Texas A&M is looking great. They're on fire. They've won 4 of 5. They've pulled off some upsets. They beat Auburn at Auburn, which seemed damn near impossible. But so I'm not probably going to be on A&M with how high they've been, but I sure as hell would not be betting on overrated Arkansas, who continues to be overrated, continues to be overvalued by the books. And in my opinion, I want nothing to do with them. Texas A&M men's basketball plane was diverted to Wichita, Kansas while on their descent. Due to winter weather, the team bust from Wichita to Tulsa. 2-hour trip.
Yeah, that kind of scares me. I'm not going to lie. It scares me a little bit. I mean, it's a team who's been playing really, really well. So, I love everything about the line in the game. I wish we could catch them at a time when they're a little colder, but this for a team who's played a lot of physical games and is going into Arkansas, which is one of the toughest places to play, scares me a little bit. And I hate using kind of the travel narrative whenever there's any weird stuff going on, but I think this is a little bit of a concerning situation to back, personally.
I mean, dude, like I get out of my car after a 2-hour drive and I can barely move.
Yeah.
Now these guys are, almost professional athletes, but they're getting off a fucking small ass 2-hour bus and they got to go play against Arkansas.
Yeah. That's tough. It's a tough place to play too, but okay, it's Texas A&M or nothing, but it's getting really difficult unless we see even more of a move. If we start getting that line continuing to move towards Texas A&M, maybe I can be a little convinced, but it's a pretty tough spot otherwise.
Okay. What are the splits looking like in this game? You had this up as well or no? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not ideal.
No, interesting. See, that's what I'm worried about is people will be on Texas A&M because of what they've seen out of them because they just saw them beat Auburn.
Yeah, I mean Arkansas. I guess you can say they've impressed. I guess some people against Baylor by covering that game. That was a fantastic game, but otherwise, I mean, they played LSU and Ole Miss, who are nothing special whatsoever. They haven't really had any good wins in quite some time, really, other than Mizzou, which was pretty close to New Year's. So they haven't done much since. So I don't believe in that team as much as a lot of people. I know they're not healthy, but I'm scared of that kind of becoming the narrative of this game against a hot Texas A&M team.
Okay. Yeah, right now it's a stay away spot. It's a stay away spot. Clemson, Boston College. Sure. First team in the ACC laying 4.5 to shitty Boston College. That should be free, huh? Sure. Kind of wish I waited on this one. I got 3.5. I'm a little blown. Still like it. I mean, the line's gonna move. Look at the splits.
Yeah.
If the line doesn't move, I'd be surprised with 80% of bets and handle on the spread. The line has to move a little bit, right? Look, Boston College at home, they win, they cover, they play well. They're actually 7-4 at home, outright. That's not even spread. Spread they don't cover, but whatever. They win. They play good at home. On the road, they're atrocious. They're one of the worst teams in college basketball. But at home, they're great. And Clemson's been weirdly good on the road as well, Jovan. I mean, they're 4-2 this year on the road. But this will be one of their toughest contests. For some reason, Boston College and the Langston brothers, they get superpowers when they're playing at home. And I expect something similar again today. I think little Langston should have some success against Clemson, who has mainly good bigs. I don't really think their guard play is too great, in my opinion. So I think Boston College has a chance to keep this one close. I mean, obviously the spread reeks. It's probably the grossest spread of the day on the entire board. And I'll be on the non-public side here, and the Boston College Eagles getting a couple points at home.
Yeah, I mean, I will say BC, for as much as Clemson, obviously they have Tyson, they have a bunch of guys in there. They got PJ Hall, so they're going to dominate on the inside in theory. That's kind of what they do to win games. Introduce you to Mr. Quentin Post, who is absolutely himothy. He's been on a tear as of lately, and what can he do defensively? Probably not enough to stop these guys in like totality, but he has been an absolute beast on the offensive end. He's been a wagon for props for those who have also been taking those, but I think he's going to do enough to kind of slow them down a little bit on the defensive end and even on the boards a little bit. Yes, the Langford brothers are going to have to do something. I don't know what the status of DeMar Langford is because I think he left their last game early and didn't return. So keep an eye and see if he's playing this game. But Quentin Post is going to be the key, and this line is definitely really gross and really short.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to be on the Eagles today?
Yeah, I have to be.
Yep, I'm already on them. I got them at 3.5. Fuck it, we ride. All right. Yeah, I mean they're going to be in every single parlay that exists today. It is what it is. All right, VCU and Davidson. Wow, this line's at 4. Sure. On paper, VCU wins this game by 30. I really don't see how Davidson wins this game. I guess the Krabs play here would be on Davidson. I don't know what the splits are showing here. They got to be Pretty good for Davidson. Yeah, they are. They're okay for Davidson. Personally, I think the program is still overvalued. They're coming off an absolute battle against St. Louis, a game they were up at half. Shout out our guy DeGen for taking them first half, getting it out, and not having to worry about the full game when St. Louis came back and won barely. So, look, Davidson doesn't have a closer really. It's Foster Lawyer, and if you get two hands up in his face, I mean, he's not making shit. He's only 5 feet tall. It's not even his fault. They're really struggling. It's pretty much just him out there, nobody else. Their coach even left this year too. Pretty much just leaving Foster out there by himself. And VCU, I mean, they're coming off an outright loss to St. Bonaventure when they were 10.5-point favorites. So they're going to be out for blood. They're off a fucking oops, right? They're off a mistake. This VCU team is too talented to drop 2 in a row, especially to a team like Davidson here. Look, we know Davidson, we know this line is a little bit short. At least I think it is. I know they're home, and that's definitely an advantage. Davidson crowd will be lit tonight for sure. But this VCU roster is 5 times better than Davidson, and they should take care of this easily. Hence why the line's moving. I think the way it is. I mean, it opened up around 2.5, and we're seeing, some 4s out there. So, look, VCU's public. I do think they probably win this game. I don't know if they cover. But I also am the most biased Davidson better of all time, and I cannot stand them. So I need your take on this.
Well, just to play devil's advocate here, because I'm kind of thinking this is a stay away game, but more that I look at this first game where VCU played at home, it went 15 of 24 from 3, 62% against. I mean, with their offense is not a 3-point shooting offense at all. That's just not VCU basketball. Kind of like
we got another sub bang in chat.
Another sub bang.
Let's fucking go. 5-piece, hold the fry. Sure.
That's hard right there. That's hard right there.
5-piece. Sure. Continue. Let's fucking go, Willie.
Yeah.
Beast.
I just don't know if that same thing is going to be able to continue in this game. Because, I mean, that game was a 5.5 spread, 17-point VCU win at home, and now they're coming back. Yes, it's after a loss, which I hate. But now they're 3.5, 4. Yeah. He hates it so much, willing to go square.
Yep.
But I just don't see Davidson, or I don't see VCU going 15 of 24 from 3 again. Like they did in that game. They shot 62+% from 3. They got to the free throw line. Davidson went 2 from 11 from 3. Didn't get to the free throw line as much as they usually do either, even though they won rebounding battle, were more physical, everything. I think it's more weird when you look at that game. So I might still find a way to be on Davidson here.
Damn. I need to see where they're at in Ken Palms. I have it pulled up. I'm wondering if Davidson is still getting slurped for no reason. Let's see. Davidson is still 140, bro, in Ken Palm. That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I mean, they're covering, though. That's the thing.
They're not good, bro.
Covered 3 of the last 4. Let's get some respect at home, I guess. That's what it is.
Why is VCU not coming out? Oh, there it is. VCU's 78. Jeesh.
Yeah.
Can get some respect.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe that is a little weird. It's definitely a short line for Davidson, but the line's moving towards VCU. I'm not betting it. My biases are way too inflicted in this game. So we'll leave it at that. But you're thinking maybe Davidson's the play here. I mean, they will have a significant home court advantage. Those students will all be there. It'll be loud.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. They love the home crowds, making calls. VCU get a smash. I'm rooting for VCU. We'll leave it at that. All right. Are you taking any stabs? I guess we'll go by this. Let's talk about Wake Forest and Duke. All right. Look, Wake Forest just got absolutely carved up by, was it Burns? I think they just lost to NC State. Burns just absolutely feasted. Now they got to go up against Filipowski. Good fucking luck, boys.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck, boys. He's going to grub. Give me every Filipowski prop you can find. Don't care what they're at. Don't care how high they are. I really don't give a shit. I really don't. He's going to absolutely go off today. This spread is fat. I don't care that they're home. He's going to get off. He's going to go off, and he's going to have 30 points tonight. Probably 15 rebounds. It's going to be a Zach Edey type performance.
Yeah, it is, and it's not just like it's not just DJ Burns who's been doing this against them. It's been legit every big man, especially ones who can kind of play on the outside, like Filipowski can too. I mean, I'm looking at some of the games. I mean, they just get absolutely shredded. Whether it's Blake Hinson, who plays kind of a similar style, which torched them a lot from three. Quentin Post did a little bit of the same stuff. All the Clemson guys in the big did the same stuff. So it's making me think that they just get torched in this game. And I hate that the line is moving towards Duke or moving towards Wake because I'm not going to play them. But I think this Wake team is just not good. I think they're just dead. I think they've been a little overvalued and I guess not just by the books, but by the public for a lot of this season. Now this is who they really are. So I think you're right. Filipowski is going to torch them. Everybody's going to torch them today.
Yeah. Do you like Duke?
I do. I'm not crazy about the eights personally.
I'm gonna take it over real quick. By the way.
Yeah, you got it. You got to do that.
Okay. I mean, I don't even care. Like, so at some point, you just got to use your basketball brain here, and basketball brain props have been hitting for Prize Picks. I don't really see how Filipowski doesn't get 20 in this game. I don't care if they win by 20. I don't care if they lose by 20. He's going to get his, and there's going to be nobody that can stop him. Even like we saw in the VT game, where the VT guards kept him in it, and then the CLA took over there late. But we even, like Wake Forest, like their guards could get theirs, but Filipowski's going to still drop a 20-30 pace. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. And we sure know he's going to get his shots up, right? No Whitehead. He's been the guy this year anyways, Filipowski has. He's been the only freshman in my eyes that has not been underperforming or underwhelming out of the four, studs they had come in.
Yeah.
And that's a combo for another time. Nobody's really shitting on Shire or Duke. I feel like everyone's giving him a pass because Coach K just retired. If it was any other team, though, in that spot with that good of a roster, that good of a freshman class, they'd be getting shit on. They would. John Shire's not getting he's not getting roasted at all. Proctor's been better. I mean, that guy was irrelevant the first, month of the season. He's been better. I agree. And then their best guy, whoever the center is, I'm blanking on his name, the big man, freshman, he's been the worst guy yet, and he was supposed to be their best recruit. Forgetting his name. It's fucking
Lively. Yeah.
Yeah, Lively. He's been the biggest disappointment of them all. He's averaging 4 points.
Yeah.
He's been decent around the rim. Yeah, he drops 4 points a game. Whitehead got hurt. Whitehead was okay. But Filipowski's been really the only guy. So you could take back over if you want. As a Duke fan, this shit is abysmal. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Sums it up.
Okay.
Bad.
What about St. Louis and Fordham? Are you out on Fordham?
Yeah, kind of. And I mean, they've been in sharp spots. I guess teams have been against them in sharp spots, come through some of the time, not the others. I mean, as far as results go, it's kind of a coin flip, but I just think they're just not good.
Yeah. I don't know the last time St. Louis has lost to Fordham. Maybe never. It might be never.
Could be.
I'm looking it up. Shout out the Billikens also for getting their first win ever against Davidson the other night.
Yeah, that was huge.
1 for 5, sure. Yeah, 7-game winning streak. The Billikens are 15-3 against Fordham. And look, I'm not going to act like that matters. I'm not going to act like a game 20 years ago matters tonight. It doesn't really. But a lot of times, mentally, these programs who haven't beaten a program in 82 years, that'll get in these kids' heads before the game. Fordham's on fire again. Look, they're coming off a big win against George Washington, a pretty decent team there. They beat the Bonnies, they beat Duquesne as dogs, and they beat LaSalle. They've won 4 in a row. But don't let St. Louis get hot. I'm not saying St. Louis is, winning games in the way that they should be or playing, as sharp as they could be, in my opinion. I mean, I was definitely at the front of gassing up this team preseason, wrongfully so. And I'm willing to admit that they're not looking as great as I expected, but they're still winning games, right? They're on fire right now, winning-wise. I think they get it done on the road here again today, too. The line move from 3 to 4 looks great to me. I don't think this Fordham team is that special. I think the Billikens, kind of like we're seeing Creighton turn it around, I think the Billikens get it going too. And maybe we see them make a little run here at the A10.
Yeah.
They're tied for first now, so.
They've been playing really well. They look scary.
Not really a hot take, yeah. They're tied for first. So.
I mean, both of these teams have been on fire. Obviously, I think St. Louis probably a little bit more because they haven't lost since, I think, the beginning of conference play, really. So, I mean, they're on fire. And I would love to fade Fordham. I just don't know if I want to do it. I'm pretty torn here. So I wish St. Louis is coming off a loss or something. That would be fantastic. But
yeah, it's probably stay away. And our guy in chat's asking if we're on Duke. I'm not going to be on Duke. It's still Duke, and whenever I bet on them, it literally never hits. They're like the Cowboys. They're a team that just never covers.
It's taking Filipowski is probably my Duke bet for me in that game.
Yeah. Yep. Could not agree more. What about Nebraska and Illinois? Are you an Illinois believer again, Jovan? Are you believing?
I guess you could say that. I don't know. What's your definition of a believer? Because I think the team is certainly good and playing much, much better, obviously, but outside of the Big Ten, I mean, obviously they're not going to do shit against Purdue, but I don't see them going to like the tournament and beating anybody. In reality, they can beat up on the Big Ten though, and they should beat up today against a very, very bad Nebraska team. So yeah, it's not really a bet for me in it, but I think Illinois is starting to catch their stride. I think we get to a point where they have a game come the next couple weeks. Maybe it's this Iowa game coming up on Saturday. Maybe it's Rutgers at home. They're gonna have a weird line. They're gonna get a big win, but it's nothing for me in this game.
Okay. I lead Nebraska in the points. Low total. I think they keep this one within 10 or 15. Not betting it, being picky, choosing my spots, but I got my eyes peeled on Nebraska, and I definitely lean that way. Saw an interesting video from Matthew Mayer the other day talking about all the haters, talking about all the people chirping him on Twitter, and he says he copes with it by just playing a lot of video games. Matthew Mayer, how about you hit the fucking practice arena, brother? How about you hit the gym? I don't know what happened to you, man. You used to be one of the greatest players in college basketball for, a hot minute, for half the season. Completely fallen off. Maybe it was just a flash in the pan. I don't know. But I was a little surprised to see him he's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm just playing video games at night, whatever. It's like, brother, you should probably be in the gym, maybe practicing some free throws. You get that percentage up a little bit. Maybe shoot some threes.
He's had some games here and there.
Here and there. He has been their best player of late, for sure. It's not really saying much. Look, they're on the hottest streak of their season. They always beat Nebraska. They beat them every year by a bazillion. I want to take the points here. I'm not going to. It's just a gross spot. All right? And, yeah, he was a dog at Baylor, for sure. But he completely fell off a little bit. And, yeah, he's been their best player, for sure. I don't think he's that guy. I don't. He'll have a good game or two a month. I'm not a believer. Too many video games. All right. I also lean Central Michigan as well on the points against Kent State. Fade Kent State at all costs. That's too many points.
That is.
Too many points. What about, we already talked about the Hokies. Hokies are probably down to 3.5 most places.
Yep.
UConn and DePaul's. Fucking hate UConn, man.
Yep. I'm good. I'm good on UConn.
Yeah.
I think they're the play here. DePaul's been struggling, I guess, but it's a lot of points for a UConn team has been just pretty bad, but they continue to get disrespect and aren't coming through. So, I'm going to see a couple through the hoop with them. If they get a couple through the hoop, they might just be bad, but I'm staying away.
Okay. I think you keep fading UConn.
I wouldn't be – that would make the most sense. I just don't want to be fading them the one game where they finally figure it out.
Yeah. It's coming. They'll look like them soon. I think we were all wrong to jump the gun and say they were the best team in the country early on. That was a bad read. But
100%.
I like DePaul here in this spot. It's not a system play. They're under 500, but I think they keep it close. We've seen DePaul play up and down the competition this season, randomly pulling a Xavier win out of their ass. But they've kind of been getting manhandled. I mean, they lost by 20 to Marquette. Marquette just a better team overall. Different styles of play here. Will DePaul be able to battle with Sonogo? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I don't know what his props at. He's at 14.5. I mean, I don't hate his points prop, but I do think DePaul's guards, and DePaul finally is healthy now. They could keep this one close. I'd probably lean that way, and I think you're good to fade UConn until they get back on track. I'm not doing it. I'm not even really recommending you do it, but if you need to play in that game, I'd probably go with the Devils at home. I think you fade these overvalued teams until they come correct and show anything differently.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've lost a lot of money in my betting career doubling down on teams like UConn, saying, oh, they're going to bounce back, right? They'll get better. And that's great and all. And, half the time it is true. Half the time they do come around. But the other half, the team just ends up stinking. And I think you're better off just taking the dog in these spots, just from what I've learned.
Yeah.
I placed futures on TCU and Marquette today, Lance is saying. I probably would have waited on the TCU future.
Yeah, I would have given that one a couple weeks for sure.
Yeah. What about Iowa State? What's their schedule looking like?
I'd probably wait on Iowa State because I don't think it's even a scheduling thing, but Missouri kind of gave the blueprint for everybody and how to beat them. You just press them because the ball can't handle it. They turn the ball over.
Mean,
like crazy.
Do you want to talk about that for a minute? They forgot how to play basketball.
Yeah, they just forgot. It's weird, and they
forgot how to play.
Yeah, I mean, except for Caleb Brill. Yeah, he was what 8 of.
Yeah, but even
11.
he had dick fingers at the end of the game and had turnovers.
He did. The only reason they took that lead was because of him.
He's a beast, and he hit that crazy three, the wraparound three. Looked like Steph
Curry
for sure.
8 of his first 9 from 3.
Yeah, he was a bucket.
Nuts.
He kept him in that game. I mean, he was the reason they were up 20 points, and any time Texas Tech would show any life in the first half, he would bury a 3, and it would be silent, right? So he's the reason they were in that game for sure. But he had turnovers late there at the end. I mean, everyone did. That was nuts. Yeah, I've never seen a team go from 100 to 0 that quick.
Yeah, for a team that defends like they do, the fact that they can handle aggressive defenses against them, 100%.
They'd be facing that in practice, right?
Face it every day. I don't understand, and I guess from a scheduling perspective, not even just the teams know this, but I'm really interested to see how Kansas comes out and plays them on Saturday after I guess we all think they're going to have a pretty big win today, no matter how much they do it by. But that's going to be interesting because that Kansas team is certainly one that's probably going to give you a lot of trouble if they do press. And Iowa State, and you know who they have hanging right after them? West Virginia on the road. So
sheesh.
If God forbid they come out and win that Kansas game, who is going to press them better than Bob Huggins? So
nobody.
that's going to be trouble. I would probably at the least wait until that game.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely their downward spiral of the season for sure. Like you said, Missouri pressed them. They shit their pants. They lost. Texas Tech pressed them. They shit their pants and lost. Kansas, they have no depth. I don't know if they're going to have the ability to even press. I mean, they play like 6 or 7 guys. They're going to be absolutely gassed. I mean, maybe in the second half they could press, but it's really tough to press when you only play 6 or 7 guys.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll see. West Virginia, they're fucked. I mean,
that's the game I'm circling. No matter, even if they go in there with what? I guess it would be 3 straight losses, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care.
I think Kansas goes in there and beats them.
Yeah, I mean, if they do or don't, I don't care. Going into after this is all kind of unfolded, which look, they have a great coach. He's going to figure out something, but if they can't figure out the press and they're going in to Morgantown to play Bob Huggins, you are screwed.
Yeah, it's like the one thing you can't be bad at.
Yeah, literally the one thing.
Bro, Bert is a fucking dog.
Bert,
my man Bert has been tailing the squad rides, which, by the way, 40, 24, and 1. 40, 24, and 1. Has anybody ever heard of anybody having a POD or on a show that they give out, a best bet on a show they give out that's this successful? I haven't heard of anything even close.
Yeah, especially when we're giving the people the options and they're voting. It's a collective.
It's not even us.
Collective 40, 24, and 1. So I mean,
we're giving options, and you guys are picking the best plays. It's been incredible.
Yeah, who's doing it better?
Incredible.
That's right.
Bert, you're a fucking beast, and you keep giving out sub bangs left and right.
Yeah,
I know my man's is tailing the squad rides, and I know my man's is tailing the PODs, and he's up units. It's the only way. It's the only way. Awesome. So, yeah, I would say Iowa State's in trouble.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of trouble.
They're in a little bit of trouble here, huh?
Just a tad. Just a tad.
So much milk from Jovan and Prize Picks last night. Yeah, you're not going to talk about how you went 7-0 and 1 in Prize Picks yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Okay, well, I'll say it for you. He went 7-0 and 1 in Prize Picks yesterday. Didn't have a loser on there. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
All right, we move. Hey, here's a good game that I bet last night. Shout out Ben Carey for letting me know on a book that we don't do free ads here, but he let me know on a book. Still had a really good line. I got Kansas last night at -6. Sure. Yeah. If you follow us on Pickett, you would already know that. You're a step behind if you don't. You would have got notified last night. All right. Let's go, Hovey. Sure. Nobody wants to hear about your POD today. We only want in-depth reviews of all 17 plays you run yesterday, but didn't pitch on stream. Bro, what? How do you get it to say that? Recap?
That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness, dude. Whoever made that function or whatever, that's a good one. That might be the best one, yeah.
The Gen loves that one.
That might be a best one, yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, surgical stream would be 2 hours shorter if people didn't come on and bitch about their losers the day before.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
All right, Kansas State, the rematch. This will be a fucking good one, man. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I grabbed Kansas -6. They're 8.5 now. Sheesh. That's a little ridiculous, if you ask me. Especially considering Kansas State already beat them like a week or two ago. So, look, Kansas, they're coming off a nice win there against Kentucky when nobody believed in them. That was huge. And we got another fucking sub bang from DeGen.
Yes,
sure he can.
So much hard.
DeGen, he's also been tailing all the fucking PODs and squad rides, and we know my man will be on here on Friday. All right? Friday BTLs are the best days, in my opinion.
They are.
All right. You guys are fucking beasts. All right? That comment was so funny I had to sub bang. Sure. DeGen, your wife, she's probably not too happy you're trying all these fast foods, but you know what? You keep hitting bets, she's not going to be able to say shit. All right? Keep buying her stuff, you're good. Kansas State. Bill Self, he wins this game. One of my favorite quotes in college basketball this season, I heard in a Kansas game this year. One of the commentators said, Bill Self is worth a couple buckets. He is. He calls a timeout. They come out. They run a fucking crazy play I've never even seen before, and it works. Bill Self is an offensive genius. And look, all respect to Kansas State and what their new coach has created over there. It's insanely impressive, and he should be up for Coach of the Year, 100%. But Bill Self ain't losing this game at home. He's not losing 2 games to Kansas State. Jalen Wilson's not losing 2 games this year to Kansas State. I'll tell you that much. Grady Dick, he's at home. He should be poised. He should be relaxed. Get to the rack a little bit, bud. Whenever you get to the rack, even if you show it early on in the game, that opens up plenty of opportunities. Don't just stand there on the fucking 3-point arc. Kansas State coach is just Sonny Dykes, sure.
Literally the basketball version of Sonny Dykes. It's hilarious.
Was he there before?
Oh, no.
Same story or no?
I think he's just talking about the new coach that's running. He's fast and he's fun, and he's wildly successful. It's wild. But yeah, fuck this too. This game's on ESPN Plus, which
why?
I'm sure like most of us have it at this point, but like
hit LA and get ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I have it, so it's not like the end of the world, but for like just in general, I'm looking at the games that are actually on TV. We're watching unranked Duke and Wake on ESPN at that same time. We got just terrible terrible games all the way through. Like, I know it's a Big 12 deal, but what are we doing? What are we doing?
Ass.
Yeah.
Ass. Tang was at Baylor, Lowell, not TCU. Yeah, we know. We're not saying he started out at TCU. We're just saying he did the same thing. Same scenario. All right. VT outright today. Justin Herbert. Sure. That's got to be the real Justin Herbert, right?
Yes.
DeGen driving to Arby's right now. You got to get the Buff Chick slider. It's one of the most slept on items in the fast food industry. The Buff Chick slider from Arby's. You're welcome. All right. Back to work. Talk about the Turtles. We will. We need some kind of Krabs hoodie giveaway. That'd be dope. We need people to fucking support the boys and buy some hoodies because we don't charge for anything, and that'd be really cool. So if you guys want to get some merch, if you want to rep a Krabs hoodie, if you want to rep a We'll Be Seeing hoodie, are you wearing the same fucking thing? Okay.
We're wearing the same hoodie. Yeah.
We're in uniform. Sure.
Cute.
Hit a lay and fucking buy a sweatshirt, bro. Texas Tech comes back last night. You guys all accounted for those coins gone. They come home. Buy a sweatshirt. All right, support the team. If I get 5 DMs by the end of this stream of somebody's receipt of buying a fucking something on the website, if I get 5 DMs, I'll leave them open this whole rest of the show. I'll give away $50 on here at the end of the stream to somebody who fucking sent me it. All right.
Hard.
So get that moving. All right. Buy some shit. Support the boys. Get bigger sizes in. Working on it. All right. Working on it.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Okay. I want a Milkman hoodie. We're working on that too.
Yeah, we'll have some stuff out.
All right. And they're kind of comfy too. I've been rocking these nonstop, you know?
Yeah, comfortable.
All right. Let's actually talk about this game.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got? Is 8.5 too many points? Are you looking to take Kansas first half now, maybe? Are you off the game? Do you think Kansas State does the incredible and pulls off another upset here? What are you thinking?
I'm going to take both first half and full game because people forget. Like in this first game, I know it was an overtime game, so I guess you look at the box score and the foul trouble, you just attribute it to it being an overtime game, but they got into early foul trouble. Kansas did. And that included Grady Dick, that included Kevin McCullough, and that included KJ Adams, which all 3 of those guys fouled out of that game and played limited minutes down the stretch because they didn't have the choice. So, I mean, Jalen Wilson was absolutely unreal in that game. I don't think anything's going to change, but if you're talking about a team who's going to beat you by running in transition, I can't stand Kevin McCullough because he's a cardio machine, but the one thing he does do well, he gets back, he guards the ball, he's their best on-ball defender, and it's not even close, and he's the one who's going to help stop them in transition. And especially like if you have KJ Adams not a part of the equation, who are they going to play off the bench that's going to be any sort of decent at the big position? And I do think the 8.5 is a little, Grady Dick was terrible too. I think the 8.5 is a little large. I mean, the move is the move. So yes, there's a line play based on that, but this is going to be a completely different Kansas team that's going to come out tonight because A, they're at home, and B, they hopefully are not going to find themselves in a lot of early foul trouble because that'll kill them. And I don't think that's going to happen again because there are 15 million fouls in that game to open it up.
I know it was the worst game ever to watch.
Yeah, it was painful. I mean, the refs need to swallow the whistle.
And look, you know, I don't like to say just fade a team twice in a row and expect good results. You can't just blindly do that. But Kansas State's last game, they were a weirdly short favorite against a shit Florida team. Sharps got crushed on Florida, including myself. All right? A lot of people will be jumping ship saying we don't want to fade this Kansas State team again. Maybe they're really good, right? Keontae Johnson, he's a fucking dog. All that is true. But sometimes we're a game off. All right? Don't give up. And I think we all agree that Kansas laying 8.5 here is bonkers.
Yeah.
That is insane. This Kansas State team is ranked number 7 in the country, and they already beat them before. And Kansas has looked like shit overall in their last, 2 weeks of basketball, and they're laying 8.5 at home. Oh my goodness, Kansas State's about to fucking. They're about to shit. They're about to shit the bed tonight. They're about to.
You know what I saw too?
They're about to play like shit.
That's kind of a difference in how they played or started playing, I guess, in that Kentucky game. So like usually, yes, they're going to put the ball in the hands of like a lot of their point guards, but it's mostly just Jalen Wilson. Either he's going to shoot or he's going to make a play. Now they've started putting more of an emphasis of obviously getting the ball in the hands of like DeJuan Harris so he can make a play. Who in that Kansas game he had 11 assists. Kansas State game, first game, he had 11 assists. Hopefully that continues, but they also got it in the hands of KJ Adams, kind of in the middle, like giving it to him in that area where like you attack a zone from and kind of letting him make plays from like the free throw line area. Either he's driving to the hoop or he's facilitating. So I think they're going to focus on that a little more today. Again, if he can stay out of foul trouble. And I like his assist prop too. That's sitting at 1.5, which those 1.5 assists have been printing quite a bit. But I think they're going to get the ball in his hands, and that'll be kind of the difference in this game. And hopefully we get a great class to Jen. Might need it.
Yeah, any props you love?
Just probably in that game, I think my favorite is that KJ Adams assist. So, I mean, I've been like slowly paying attention to those because, I mean, why are they ever hanging 1.5 assists, like props that low period? And I mean, there's 2 of them today. It's KJ Adams and Emmanuel Miller for TCU, which I will gladly be on both of those for completely separate reasons. But it's I think that's going to be a key to the game for sure.
Yeah, Shady Beef, good luck with that one, brother. Damn, Coach Duke is going to war in chat, isn't he?
War.
Coach Duke, I think your boys pulled out today. And everyone in chat saying I need to fade Wake Forest, and they're a public dog today. I'll look into it again. But I think I got enough plays today. I'll be honest with you. And I just hate backing Duke. Whenever I bet on Duke, they never cover. I just feel like they don't cover ever.
Yeah.
Ever. All right, nobody's fucking DM me any merch shit except for my guy Bert, who has already fucking given out sub bangs left and right. So you guys need to be more generous. All right, grow up. Buy some merch. We got more games. We got late night games. We got some late night beef. No late night beef.
Late night beef. We got
late
the
night games though.
Or Bandy, Alabama.
Yeah, you want to talk about this? You brought this one up yesterday.
Yeah.
Little bounce back spot here for Bama.
Yep, I'm taking it. I'm taking the 15.
Wow.
I'm taking the 15. That was kind of my plan. So it's like them in Maryland. I kind of planned on getting similar lines and backing more so the spot than the line, but this is to bounce back spot. That's just exactly what it is. Bama got absolutely embarrassed, and in that first game against Vandy, they really led by 25-30, I think it was, most of that game, and Vandy, I guess, kind of made it look a little more respectable in the end. This game, I just think they go out there and they get hammered all game. I think you get a masterclass from everybody. I think Mark Sears, shout out him. I think he might have a little breakout game. He was really bad in that first game, but been getting more comfortable slowly. Brandon Miller going to do his thing. I think they just dominate them in every phase of the game.
100%. People are asking, where do you get the sweatshirts? Click that link that Nightbot's posting. All right? If you guys can drop fucking command merch in chat, there it is. Boom.
Boom.
There it is. Show some heart. All right? Support the boys. We're out here. We're 40-24-1, including all the fucking prize picks winners and just straight up winners we've given out on here. We don't charge for anything like everyone else. All right? The least you can do is buy some fire drip and rock a baby blue crab sweatshirt. All right? Trust me. It's only going to increase your chances of getting laid on the weekends. All right? It's not going to hurt. I promise you that. All right? I like Bama here too. I think they established dominance. They're coming off an embarrassing game where they got absolutely bamboozled and beaten down against Sherfield and Oklahoma. I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah.
An absolute legacy performance. What can you do? Bama couldn't hit the side of a barn. It was just not their night. They still got good looks. They got good shots. Ball just didn't go in hoop. It happens sometimes. They're just kids. Kids. Brandon Miller, built like a man, still a kid. All right? And he's an incredible freshman, maybe the best. They win this game huge. Now, that's a big number. You might be on this journey yourself.
Yeah.
But they do cover this game. They win by 20. They do. Yeah. The book at white tee is super dope. Yeah, I designed that. Buy that shit. I ordered your merch 3 weeks ago and have yet to receive it. DM me if you don't get it soon. DM me your fucking order number, and we'll get it figured out, Adam. All right? I'll order a hoodie if you do a Long John Silver's review. Looks like Jeeb is partaking in his Twitch name already today because you got to be smoking if you think I'm going to Long John Silver's. There's no fucking chance.
Wild.
Yeah, Chit's GG'd, bro. That's on me. Need a Krabs bobblehead in the Kuzma fit? Bro, if there's been one positive for the Wizards this year, it's been this little guy. Kuzma.
Wild.
He's a big. It's not. This isn't even a bobblehead. The head doesn't move. It's his arms.
Bobble arms.
Bobble arms. Sure. But I mean, Kuzma's been great for us. All jokes aside. Never seen a single person in a Long John Silver's. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't know how that place is real. I don't know. I'm not eating it.
It's gotta be.
I mean, fast food, seafood. Look, I'm not out here acting like I'm Brad Pitt, but I'm sure as hell not eating gas station seafood. I promise you that. That is just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, you're asking for it.
You are asking for it. My goodness. Thoughts on the Michi Johnson Prize Picks prop?
Shit. Michi Johnson.
First team all name, South Carolina's.
Yeah, I mean he has not been hitting that. Been
no wonder why he brought it up.
Yeah, it's red goblin. That's why he brought it up.
Sure.
I don't have a problem with that. I have trouble taking props in that game just because I don't think it's going to be very high scoring. Not that, if it's 60-55, nobody can hit their prop, but I don't know. I've probably no prop leads in that one, except maybe Chico Carter at that 9.5, which he's been covering probably a little more than Michi, but it's a little strange that he's up. Those lower ones have been hitting when this couple up, so that's what I lean.
Okay. W. Let's keep moving. Air Force Boise. Do you even want to talk about it?
Nope.
Okay, we move.
Yep.
UNLV Colorado State. God, UNLV has completely fallen off. My goodness. I don't really think they were ever like that, but I mean, they started out the season on absolute fire. Now they're getting 3 points to Colorado State with a losing record here. Colorado State.
W6 man. Go ahead.
Sure. Look, Colorado State, I think they're one of those teams that just kind of sucks, and I'm tired of doubling down on them and continuing to take them. We know they have an absolute stud point guard, right? But it's not enough. It's clearly not enough with how they've been playing. And I'm not saying McCabe is the answer and that UNLV is going to win this game outright. To be honest, I lean Isaiah Stevens, and I lean Colorado State at home. I lean a team laying 3 with a losing record to a team that has twice as many wins as losses. But if you look at the Ken Palm, I'd be willing to bet my left nut that Colorado State is better than UNLV. Colorado State's at 113. UNLV is at 81. Okay, I'm wrong. Good thing I didn't actually shake on that. But am I imagining, or do you hate the Mountain West?
No, I don't hate the Mountain West. I just hate Air Force. Only Air Force. And I guess maybe Wyoming sometimes.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that later because I'm gonna need a stern talking to.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
we get into that game. Man. We need you taking some of these CBB unders. One deep. You got anything for me today? Let me know.
Yeah.
You got a Krabs logo tattooed on your chest? If I eat 2 pounds of Long John Silver's popcorn shrimp, no sir.
That's wild.
That takes off 2 years of your life. No, thank you. Where's your head at with Colorado State and UNLV? And good thing I didn't actually bet on my left nut there because I would have lost it.
Yeah, that should have been gone. I don't know. This is a tough game. I definitely do lean Colorado State. I think with these two teams, it's really just it's going to be Isaiah Stevens versus Elijah Harkless for the most part. It's just going to be who's going to be better that day. And really, they were both amazing in that OT game. They both literally had 33, which OT, so contributes to the point value. But it was a great game. And I think we see something similar, which is probably why I'm a little scared of laying the points with them. I'll probably either lay the money line or pair it with something. But I lean them here at home. UNLV is just also pretty stark difference of a team when they go on the road. I know they got early in conference play a good one at the Pit, but other than that, I mean, they're losing games. I know they're hanging in some of these, like they hung in Utah State, couldn't close that game, big choke job. Got smoked by Fresno on the road. So now they're coming on the road here, which Colorado State's probably not one of the toughest places to play in the Mountain West, especially the way that they're playing this season. But I would lean them here, take care of business at home.
Beeve, bro, I know you're listening to this. Am I allowed to share your DM you just sent me? If not, it's okay. Let me know before. I hope he says yes. But, dude, Colorado State laying 3, being ranked 40 spots behind UNLV and Ken Palm, and with the way they've been looking and playing, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But Colorado State, big name, big player Isaiah Stevens.
Yeah.
Nice could be no trap.
Nice splits.
Shady Beef said yes. Well, our guy Shady Beef tried to buy some merch, but his card got declined. Sure. Shady Beef, let's hit some bets today, brother. All right. And let's get you a fucking sweatshirt. All right. My goodness. We got bigger issues on our hands if you can't afford a sweatshirt. But yeah, we'll sidebar on that, Shady Beef. All right. Let's get some winners in your hands for the weekend. Goodness gracious. How are you supposed to spit game this weekend if you can't even fucking buy a sweatshirt? You're caked. Can't even buy a drink. Give me Colorado State at home to win. ML. Don't fear the juice. Embrace it. I don't know if I'll be on it. I'd love to see the splits one more time. They look decent. Yep, they look okay, just as I suspected, of course. Yes. Whoa! Some Megalodons being dropped on Colorado State?
Yeah, we got some Hiroshima nuke pieces.
Is that a Meg?
Yeah, it's a MLB type Meg.
Did you just say Hiroshima?
Type of nukes that we're seeing dropped in Colorado State, apparently.
Let's go, Degen. No real talk. The Book It site declined my cards too. Had to use PayPal. God damn it. Well, maybe this is why nobody's buying the shit. Fuck, man.
We'll figure that out.
I'm gonna work on that after this. All right, guys.
We'll
My
talk
goodness. Did anybody else have this problem too? Yeah, I had it too. Had to use PayPal card. Great. Anybody else in chat? And please don't fuck around. But let me know if your card got declined or if you had trouble ordering some shit. Use PayPal.
Okay.
Decline me too. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
This is an issue. Awesome. Great. PayPal worked. Shady Beef. Sure he can. He's back.
Yeah, we'll tap in. We'll tap in and get it all figured out.
We'll hit a lay and fix the site. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Colorado State or nothing in that one. Well, let's keep scrolling unless you got anything else in these games you like.
No. I mean,
Terps.
The Terps.
Terps. Hey, don't let the Terps get hot.
I know they're playing well. I've been looking forward to this.
You know who's really playing good ball though? Is Trace Jackson Davis in Indiana.
Yep.
Maybe that weird ass card that fan sent about Indiana being super soft and then calling out people by name. Maybe it worked. You gotta be a real freak to send that to a player or find their address, but maybe it worked. Just took him to win the Wooden Award. Yeah, I like it, Degen.
No.
He was 25-1. Jeez.
Yeah,
I mean, Zach Edey's got that locked up.
I mean, yeah, Zach Edey's winning that. Unless
he'd have to get hurt.
Yeah.
Hood Shafino, the freshman, has been cracked. Sure. I love Lamp. I'd hold on that just now. Let us talk about that game first. All right. Hood Shafino, future first-round pick. He's nice. Indiana's red hot. I'm biased as a Hoosier fan, but the line is funky. I appreciate you realizing that. Yes, the line is funky. I think we can all agree that Indiana's back, right? They're ranked. They're playing great. They're winning games. They own Maryland. They beat them the last 3 times pretty easily. No way the Terps win this game, right? Well, why the heck are they a favorite in this spot? I don't fucking know. I'll tell you what. I like what I've been seeing out of the Terps of late. They have a great coach now in Kevin Willards. Jameer Young has been him. His points props up to 17.5 today. My goodness. I like the Terps to roll here at home. I got -2 last night. I still like -3. I think they win big. Anything more than -3, I'd probably take the ML, though. This one could be a 3-point win, and it could come down to free throws at the end, which the Terps do not excel in, to say the least. Look, Terps have been a covering machine this year. I don't think anything changes yet. I think they're a little bit ahead of schedule. I really do. Don't have the best roster, but a decent matchup here. Look, I know Reese is a little bit skinny, but he should at least be able to do something. against Trace Jackson Davis, and we know Indiana only has Powers at home. On the road, they've been known for a letdown spot or two. They have. And I would not be surprised to see Kevin Willard outcoach Indiana on the road. I would not be surprised one bit. All right? Give me the Terps. They get it done. Take the ML if you really need it, if you really want it. But I'm on -2. I think they get it done.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a big spot thing, which is why we were talking about it yesterday before, or I guess the line came out during the show, and somebody put it in the chat. But it's a big spot thing. This is an Indiana team who is playing probably their best ball of the season right now. Trace Jackson Davis, absolutely unreal. They're starting to get a little healthier. So I laid the ML as well. I think they, just like everybody in chat is saying, they're going to go into Maryland, which is a very tough place to play. They're going to lose this game. And then they're going to go in Saturday, come back home in Bloomington, and beat Purdue. That's the plan. That's the blueprint.
Damn.
That's what we're hoping to see.
Hey, shout out Jeffrey for getting the sweatshirt. You're a beast. Appreciate the support. All right. Shout out Shady Beeve for transferring over some money from his Venmo and being able to purchase a sweatshirt. Thank you, Beeve. Appreciate that. And thank you, Bert.
Yeah,
you're awesome.
Can assure you
his ass?
Yeah, I can assure you. I don't know what you've been watching, but that's
I mean, look,
pretty
it's
far
been
from the
tough
truth.
times. It's been tough times in the Turgeon era, you know, in the second half of the season when Terps fans start giving up. Trust me, I'm from Maryland. I know. I've been chirping that program for years as a Hokie, right? My friends always be talking shit. I always be talking shit too. Look, times have changed. And College Park and basketball, it's like PB&J, all right? And when their basketball team is even somewhat relevant, they are loud, all right? Scott Van Pelt's bitch ass will probably be there courtside. Guy needs an XL seat. He'll probably be in CP tonight. Wouldn't doubt it. And look, I think they get it done. And they have a good home court advantage. So whoever said that earlier is incorrect.
Yeah, it's one of the best in the country. Like,
one of the best in the country.
Yeah.
Can I wash your car for a month for merch? Dude, grow up. Ask JJ Redick about Maryland home courts. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And I love Scott Van Pelt, by the way. I was just chirping. He's the goat. All right. I'd say Maddox is leading to play. Sure. Yeah, interested to see if Maryland doubles. They're going to have to. They're going to have to.
Yeah.
They're going to have to. They're not going to have a choice. Are we on VT? Yes, Jules. We are. But we got to get through the rest of these games. Anything in Ole Miss and Kentucky?
Yeah, I lean Kentucky somehow. Maybe kind of an under would be my way to play Kentucky because I think they clamped down defensively on Ole Miss a little bit today, but it's not really a line I like in that
terrible.
Game. Yeah.
Mello Trimble's questionable. Be careful taking Maryland. I miss watching Mello Trimble play. He was a beast.
Yeah.
One of the best players in Australia right now. He's a dog. All right. Yeah, I don't love anything in that game. Ole Miss is sharp every game, and they suck.
Pretty much.
They're sharp every game, and they suck. They never cover.
They're
not good. We got more games below here or no?
We just might. So people do want to hear about Northwestern Iowa. Do you have any thoughts on that game? I've seen that like 15 times in the chat.
Northwestern's starting to get some respect, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Iowa's also kind of on fire too, though. Iowa owns Northwestern. They beat them every year. I think if I had to take something, I'd probably lean Northwestern in the points, but I'm not betting that. Would not be shocked to see them be a little public. Looks like they are a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Would not be shocked to see the bet and handle percentage go up there, but I think Northwestern keeps it close. If I had to bet on something, Iowa just keeps getting away with it. I don't really know how. Not really a believer in either of these teams. Although I've been impressed with Iowa playing a lot better with no McCaffrey now that he's back, right? They're kind of full force. I don't really know if they're better or worse without him, but they still continue to win. I don't know. You got thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily the sharp side or anything, but I'd lean Northwestern. Maybe there's a little backdoor action, but even if they lose this game or come out and just don't look good whatsoever, I mean, they play a lot of close games, even when they're on the road. So I would lean them. It's just I'm not taking it myself.
No. Nope. Y'all think Kentucky is good? I don't. No, I don't either.
No, not at all.
Nope. All right. Two late night take me home pieces. Oh my God, Wyoming is up to 5.
Yeah.
Here's the problem here. This goes against everything I believe in. If I bet on Wyoming, full transparency, I already have bet on Wyoming. Could always cash out though. But look, Wyoming has every sort of basketball advantage on the court here. They're a better team. You could not be buying more low. You could not be selling a program more to my liking than Fresno State right now. I mean, they're absolutely in turmoil. They've been atrocious this year. They don't win, they don't cover, they don't do anything. Wyoming, I mean, talk about a team that's debatably had the worst injury bug / sickness, whatever, of the season. I mean, they've had guys in and out every game. It's been tough. They have Maldonado back. They have Reynolds tonight. Wyoming wins this game. I grabbed them earlier. What did I get it at? 3.5. They're all the way up to 5 now. I mean, guys, this line opened up at 2.
Yeah.
It's insane. And look, I know Wyoming, I mean, they're getting shit pumped. Look, they're getting some big old bets put on them. 60% of bets, 87% of handle on that spread. Wyoming's a tough place to play. We know that. I don't care what their record is. Those fans got nothing. Those students got nothing else to do. They're going to be there tonight. And Wyoming's just simply the better team here. The line movement shows everything I need to know. Sharps hammered them. Lines moving accordingly. Good splits. Fade Fresno State every game. Overvalued program that was good the past couple years. They stink this year. They got nothing. Give me Wyoming at home. Now, it is on prime time.
It is.
That's the issue.
That's the trouble.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we make it the squad ride.
No.
And then I have to take it.
Please
by
don't.
law.
You can't do that.
Chat, you guys hear me? Maybe we make Wyoming the squad ride so that I have to take it. Hey, it is a winner. I love the play. You want to talk about it, and then we can go into San Diego State and Nevada. But I want to hear your thoughts on Fresno and Wyoming first.
I mean, like Wyoming's. If I had to take a side, I would take Wyoming. Maybe I'd throw their ML in a little 2-team piece, but I don't know. I kind of like probably the under more than anything because, I mean, I guess this doesn't necessarily correlate with Wyoming, but I'm looking. I mean, you look at their games. Really, they've had one that's even sniffed going under this number, which was the Colorado State game, which hit 115. But other than that, all their games this month, 158, 156, 153, 146, 155. And yes, it's a Fresno State tax, but we're seeing, like, look at these splits, 72% of bets, 81% of money, and the line has gone down from 129.5 down to 126.5 now. And Fresno, when they do, they usually have like these kind of low 130s and kind of totals, and then they slip into like the higher 120s. And when they have lately, I mean, Boise State game, they had 127 that touched 116. They had 122 in that Air Force game, didn't even crack 100. So, I mean, I kind of lean no points being scored in this one. I think it's going to be ugly, really ugly. And I know Fresno State has not been scoring too much, so it's not like it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but I don't know who's scoring.
Dudes, I know we only have a couple minutes here, but we got some VT news, man.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Maddox out for personal reasons. So, look, I wouldn't say I'm first of all, I'm not a fucking booster, although I do donate a little bit to the VT athletic department, nothing more than, $100 a year. I'm not Bezos yet. But look, I'm not a booster of this team. I don't have, crazy inside sources. I got people. I hear things, right? I'm tuned in, just like you are with TCU. I mean, you go there now. You more than me. But look, I've heard stuff for the past year and a half about Maddox being unhappy about play time and him and Mike Young, not being on the same page. At the end of the day, Darius Maddox is one of the best mid-range and one of the coldest, clutchest shooters I've seen in such a short window. But the problem is this year, he's been trying to be a three-point shooter because that's kind of what we need, especially when Couture was out. And, man, it was a disaster. For some reason, he can't take that step back and hit that three ball the same. He's a fucking mid-major freak, or mid-range freak, all right?
Yeah.
And look, I've heard this kid was transferring legitimately for the last year and a half. It's probably going to happen now. I hate to say it. I mean, look, Collins he's playing. He's taking your minutes, buddy. He's taking them, and he's not giving them back. He's playing great. And the team looks like they have new life. It's been a real shot in the arm with the 4-star coming in here. And he's outworked you, and he's been playing better. And at the end of the day, you know, handouts are great and all, and he deserved a spot to be a starter at the beginning of the season. He 100% deserved it. He hit some of the clutchest shots I've ever seen down the stretch to win the ACC championship last year. But at the end of the day, you need results. Too much money in this game now, right? You need results. Maddox isn't giving it. Collins is. Maddox, you're out, buddy. And to be completely honest with you, it's probably a good thing for the team. We gotta roll with the newbie. He's been killing it. Killing it. We'll leave it at that. All right, we got to talk about one more game. San Diego State, Nevadas. Nevada has not lost a home game this season. That is incredible to be at this point, to not even be a ranked team, although they're getting votes, and to have not lost a fucking home game at this point in the season. You know, unfortunately for them, they face San Diego State, who is looking like the San Diego State team we all expected preseason. They are looking great. They're looking sharp. They're looking damn near unbeatable. And, you know, maybe this is why they were fucking plus 100 preseason to win the conference, which is something I never really have seen before in my life, besides maybe Gonzaga, you know?
Yeah.
It's all starting to make sense. All right? I don't want to step in front of the San Diego State train right now. Nevada's cool. They got Blackshear. They got Hart. We know that. They have a great coach, underrated. They have a good home court atmosphere. That place will be buzzing tonight. But that move, Jovan, from a pick-em-ish to -3 now on the road, my goodness. The Aztecs get it done tonight. I don't know if it's going to be Bradley. I don't know who it's going to be. But they get it done. They win this game on the road. I'm on the ML.
Yeah. I haven't decided whether I'm going to go with it yet, but I think they do. They do win this game. They're a buzzsaw right now, and so is Nevada at home, you could say. But I don't want to get in front of that Aztecs team right now. They're firing on all cylinders, and they're going on probably one of their toughest matchups of the conference season. And yeah, they're shooting better too. Roy Boy's right. It's probably their time today.
They're locked in. They're not losing to anybody right now. I don't even care that Nevada's coming off a loss. I don't care that San Diego State has not lost a road game this year. Shout out Chad for bringing that up too. That's also wild. Maybe they're playing better on the road. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird. That's a good problem to have, if you ask me. San Diego State, even with the line move overnight, you know, they're a shorter ML. You can get them at a better price than I got them at last night right now. It's still a crazy move from a pick 'em to -3 in my eyes. San Diego State would beat anybody tonight. I don't care who it is. That's how good a ball they're playing. Nothing's changing. Not even Nevada's home court luck can get in the way of that tonight. Give me the Aztecs on the road to win this game. Do not fear the juice. Embrace it. Take the ML. All right? We'll leave it at that. What do we want to put in the squad ride today, brother? We got plenty of CBB. Plenty of it.
We do.
We want to put all of it in? What are we thinking?
I mean, yeah, we're definitely putting it all in. But let's see. Out of the things that we've talked about, yeah, I mean, everybody loves Maryland. It's probably got to be in there. I don't care that we're going to hear it 1,000 times. Put Maryland money line in there. Could put VT in there too. I don't know if you want to do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll put Maryland in. We'll put VT in. I mean, I'm down to put in Boston College at a better number. I'm down to put in Wyoming. Chat. Wyoming.
Yeah.
Down to put them in. I'm down to put San Diego State in.
Definitely go Boston College. Put that in.
Okay. Right now we got Terps ML, VT plus 3.5, and Boston College plus 4.5. All right.
All right.
What else you guys want? We could put Bama in if you really like Bama.
Yep. Bama minus, what was it, 15?
Bama money line, safe late piece.
Bama money line, yeah. Should be safe. Should be safe.
You want to put Bama minus 15 in there? That's your favorite play today, right?
I don't know about favorite just because so many points, but I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
15 and a half. 15 and a half.
Okay, 15 and a half.
Yeah.
And then what else you want to put in? You want to put in San Diego State? You want to put in Wyoming? What do you want to put in? I wouldn't hate a little Wyoming, Kansas ML parlay, by the way. For people bringing up little two pieces earlier.
Gross. Love it.
I wouldn't hate a little Kansas, Wyoming, little two piece.
Yeah, Kansas definitely has to be a part of something for sure. If you're making a two-team greaser, I'm trying to decide. We got a couple different things. What about South Carolina?
If you're going to be on them today, I'm down to put them in. I'm not going to be on them.
I'm
going
going to be on them.
Dick.
Yeah, I'm going to be on them for sure.
Okay. You want to put them in?
Yeah.
All right. USC plus 9.5. Sure.
Yeah.
So we got, let's see. Maryland money line. We got VT plus 3.5. BC plus 4.5. We got Bama minus 15.5. And we got South Carolina plus 9.5. All right. Vote, vote, vote. Go, go, go. We only have 2 minutes. Spent too much time talking winners today.
It's never a bad thing. Good problem to have.
The squad ride is up. Vote. Oh, man. Repeat it. All right. Maryland ML. VT plus 3.5. Boston College plus 4.5. Bama minus 5.5. And South Carolina plus 9.5. Guys, the poll is up in chat. Anybody can vote. All right. If you're watching stream, please vote. All right. Because if you're watching the stream, you're a sharp bettor and you appreciate winning ways. And we don't get to 40 wins without you guys. So we need everybody voting. All right. Every play something you know is going to suck, but is the right play. That is the Air Force play today. Yeah. Not betting it. But you're probably right. You're probably right. But that team's cursed. Maryland out to a fat lead. They have 75 votes already. My goodness. We got a lot of Terps in here today. Anybody a Terp in here?
You got some Terps.
Anybody going to the game tonight and then going to Bentley's? Who's going? Who's going? They got like 2 bars in College Park. It's either Bentley's or Turf. Where are you guys going tonight? Boots on ground, Sim? Sure. Sure. Let's get a crab cake together, Drew. Yeah, man. You better bring your wallet. It's expensive, bro. Heavy on Terp? Sure. Hey, guys. Great show today. All right, we're going to wrap it up. They got C-Stone, too. They do, Sim. Sure. We have a great day today. Great day to be great. All right? Absolutely attacking the card left and right. Stay posted for prize picks. Let's get some W's in chat. All right? We're going to pass the baton off to Trent. Okay? And we're going to absolutely attack the college basketball card today. Winners only. Winners only.
Winners.
Jovan, good luck to your Horned Frogs.
Might need it.